That sounds horrible. Let me go to... I forgot the tomato's name. What? Nah. What? I mean, we always could. All right. Okay. One shot, people. Lobby. Wait, I think this is right. Ah, crap. Oh, yeah, I did it. Just do it. Click it. Click it. Click it, Sam. Ha. Oh. Okay. Nope. It's just me still. Crap. Oh, wait. Hi, Sam.
Hello.
Hey, I can hear you twice. Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna leave this.
Hi, Sam. Is this weird?
No, why would it be weird?
No, I was trying to miss you out because double voices.
Double voices.
Ha! Now that's over with.
Can you hear me?
Just fine.
I need to lower Zoom. It's super loud.
Oh dear God.
I wish Zoom had better support for push to talk. Sort of annoying that the only option is space and it doesn't work half the time.
Oh, I never have push to talk on
I usually use push to talk for most of my stuff.
That is not enough. It's the cocoa. It's the cocoa. So, how's everybody feeling?
Pretty tired.
I mean, I ate like an entire zucchini, so.
Why would you do this to yourself, Tosh?
That's a good question.
All right. You coming in fine? Am I good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was him. He shot me. He had his gun.
Who dares say such thing in the background?
That's my little. I haven't told you, but I have a little brother. Last time he was sleeping, but now he's awake and he plays Call of Duty all day. So.
For life. Honestly,
That's,
for life.
That's why I usually use push to talk. So.
Oh, that's fair. I think you can push to talk on Zoom. I mean,
you can, but it's only space and it doesn't work half the time. Let me try to set it up again.
Okay. Huh? Okay. So, just to give you guys a little notice, we're going to start with a little introduction. Afterwards, well, actually, first, going to say hi to everyone. Then we do the introductions. And then we get to the character reveals. Okay. Okay.
No pressure, Nas.
Was it on the same channel as before?
What do you mean by same channel?
Twitch channel.
Yes.
Alright.
I mean, if it's not a Buckland RPG, I don't know where David's been putting most of his streams. Whew. What the heck? Alex?
Did he just like give you his account for that, or?
More like he set it up and I joined, but the host isn't here, but it'll still go through.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
Dang, Alex.
What?
grow such a magnificent beard, bro?
It's taken me a month and a half, and it still
Damn.
looks like trash.
Damn.
Nonsense.
I have a friend who looks like you. He's from Germany, actually.
That's
Really? Because I'm Mexican. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, he's Turkish. He's Turkish, and he's in Germany, man.
Wow. Okay.
Germany. All right. We got like I don't know what is this time? This is 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
12 whole minutes. So, Cos, if you want to throw up, now's probably the best time.
Yeah.
Right. I may actually hang on. I'm gonna go take a shot of Pepto.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
That's like the opposite of wanting to throw.
Hey, don't do hard drugs like Pepto-Bismol, kid. Don't do that.
Yeah, kids. Just you know.
Don't drink coughs. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
I'll be right back. Hang on.
Can you
I'll be
hear-
back.
Like if I leave my microphone unmuted, can you hear him in the background yelling?
Not right now.
Yeah, not really. I'm gonna be right back for waters.
Alright.
I'm gonna go get some vinegar as well.
Is the cocoa fruit, the cocoa tree, the cocoa tree. This good water. Whew. I'm not. I'm fine. You're fine? Fine. I'm so fine. Genuine. Amanda Bynes.
I love my brother.
Yeah.
Get up. Fly bad at every shooter you play. You have to lift up your chair just to get out of your desk space. Like, it's so big.
He sounds extremely perturbed.
Yep, he's like that.
Mm.
That's what being raised by Call of Duty sounds like.
You're big.
I get it.
I'm gonna mute myself so I can do some sound effects, guys. I got bass. Okay. I think I'm ready. Yeah.
Is everyone back?
All right.
Yo.
Dan, did you call him the Beast?
Oh.
Let me just tell Dave we're all in. We got 8 minutes. 8 minutes till the spooky island place of death and destruction. How you guys know imminent death?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
So how do our what? We're just shoving 3 characters on a boat and saying go?
Actually, no. Jasper, you and Fenrir, I have seen each other on missions for Jude. You've actually worked together.
What?
The only anomaly here would be time, but even then, you've probably
As per
seen
you
her
told me.
around. You've probably seen her around, hanging out with Jude and giving out fortunes. So that's the most you know about her. Fenrir, you wouldn't really know her. Your missions tend to be a bit more brute force. You don't really have time to lay about. More of an action man.
So what? Fifnir, what is your character? What is his class?
Both of the Crown Paladin 5. He has 52 health points,
Jesus
plus 4
Christ.
Constitution, Heavy Armor Master, and Durable.
You guys are gonna need it.
Fucking optimized as fuck. I love
Oh, and 19 armor class. If I had plate armor, I would have had 21. So I need to. If we find plate armor, you know what we need to do with it.
it. Well, I can move 160 feet in 6
Okay.
seconds.
Not sure how well it's gonna work in close spaces, but I like it.
You took that in a spooky manner, of all things.
I'm gonna climb.
Okay, Mr. Naruto. How do you even? At like that speed, you should just be like running into walls. You can't even control yourself at that speed.
There's another one. Why are they together? You're
Well, I'll just be your buff
I don't.
buffer.
I don't know if I can
Dang.
play with my brother yelling so much because he doesn't have any control when it comes to yelling. So
Might I suggest calling him a nerd?
Hey, I take offense to that.
Hey, I thought
Do
we were.
you?
Huh?
Do
I thought
you?
we- I'm confused.
What?
hey,
You guys keep
Do you?
cutting out.
yeah, same. I can't
Oh.
hear half you guys are saying.
We're
Isn't
not at Sega.
A Sega?
You-
I mean,
Damn!
Ah!
This
yeah.
you know what?
What?
I'm just gonna see myself right out of here.
Please, I need you. I need the fortune teller, please.
Please,
Oh.
bro, I have ray gun.
Oh god. No.
I mean,
We
I
do
have
not
Scorching
break-
Ray.
Don't worry, guys. We won't die. I have 25 health points in lay on hands. We'll never die.
Oh, jeez, Louise. Oh, Rudy. Oh, Rudy Tooty. Oh, jeez. Sam, did you want to roll now or roll when we get in session?
Oh,
Roll for what? Oh, is it a secret thing?
Nah.
Oh yeah.
It's more like her
No.
class feature that I made for herself.
Oh yeah. I remember you told me that one of us would be playing like a custom class or subclass.
Yep,
I
yep.
looked over it. It was pretty fucking cool.
I can do it now. It's fine.
KO.
It's 5, right?
5, yep.
Dave's reading. This don't look so good.
First card is
It is 5, 6, 7. The Lovers card,
oh, that's pretty good.
the High Priestess card,
That could also be good.
Oh, this.
the Sun,
Okay, that's pretty good. That actually might be really helpful.
5, 6, 7. Wait.
Did you get
We got
another 7?
We got the Lovers card twice.
You can re-roll the lovers.
Okay. We got. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Guys, math. Strength card
Okay.
and the Devil.
Oh, that's not good.
So
No,
we
no,
got-
no.
Just
So-
keep
Devil's not a bad
those,
card.
We
just
got
keep those effects with you. Just remember what the effect.
Did anybody write those down? Because I didn't.
No.
I got
No,
it.
it's in the features. If you click today's reading, it'll show you.
Oh.
So we got the lovers, which indicates a hard decision, and then the devil. Uh-oh.
Sam, your AC is 11.
Don't worry, guys. I can make them fight me instead.
Oh boy.
Rip Sam.
I'll just talk my way out of everything. It's fine. Don't worry.
Oh boy. All right.
I'm
That
sorry.
20 charisma though.
Yeah.
When you're a paladin with only 14 in charisma, hello, my spells
Look.
suck ass.
Okay.
Look,
Hey, guys. Got 2 minutes. You got 2
Look.
minutes.
We got
Look,
2
I'm a
minutes.
rogue with 16 strength. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
You're almost as strong as my paladin.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. Sam, remember the card effects. Okay. And remember, okay. Also, just remember your other features. Can't use the card within 10 minutes of itself. And also, twist of fate, disadvantage, advantage, all that. You got this, girl. You good. Yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
right now.
Move the chopper.
Breathe, boy. Breathe.
I can't.
I'll try to mute if my brother starts like yelling or anything. I'll have.
Okay. 1 minute.
No pressure.
Hey, I'm walking here. Choke that water.
I'm walking here.
Hey,
I
I'm
feel
walking
like
here.
we're in very capable hands, everyone.
Hey, Gaslow. Hey, I'm walking. Shit. I'm gonna fuck this up.
Yep. We're gonna have fun.
Oh god. Okay. I think it's in like 3, 2, 1. I think. Wait, no, 1. I'm gonna keep saying 1 until it actually goes. 1. Come on, darn you.
1,
1.
1.
He was
Zero.
number 1.
Come on, 29.
Smitty, what was his
All
name?
right. As we're good. Hey, everybody. I know this is like a surprise for everyone, but like, hey, it's me, Nas, from the real Crystal Fellowship. I'm already making this off right. So today, I'm gonna have a little one shot. Yeah. For guests, I have these amazing and lovely people. I have a Phalor from the main campaign. Look at this man, glorious beard and everything. We have someone who's in a one shot before. Actually, 2 people. We got Sam. Everybody are costs. Check her out. Yeah, Pizza Saber and shit.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. And then we got the new guy. We got the guy who's with us for the first Horus, Mr. West, and the trials of the very dark tunnels. We got Murzeth.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Whew, lordy. So, this one shot gonna be an island adventure, guys. But it's not like any island adventure you've ever seen before. Wanna know why? Because it's spooky. And spooky stuff automatically makes it better than what you normally have.
Very true.
So this one shot, I like to call it The Ashes of Akeldama. There's some references in there if you guys want to look it up, but you can't do it now because, we're in session. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, tip of the hat. All right. With that all being said, let's get right flipping into it. Sam, can I get a little drum roll? A drum roll from everybody, please. Please. Little drum. Oh God. Okay.
What? You told me to
No, I'm talking about Murray. His camera fell. Okay.
Oh my god, sorry.
It's good.
Saw my roof.
Adventurers, you have met a very unfortunate fate. Rumors have spread from the cold homes of Duodecim to the shiny coasts of Freeport that a lurking horror rises from one of the distant islands off the coast of Aurora. From the tall tales spun by the unhinged and the untrustworthy alike, a grim tale of an island that harbors some profound mockery of life within its ash-covered soils seems to lick at the very reality which you yourselves have become so accustomed to. Once unidentifiable among the multitude of other small pockets of land surrounded by the blue, salty abyss of the ocean, this bitter anomaly stands as an obelisk in defiance of nature's desired tranquility. It is said that an enclave of humans, an adolescent rebellion of the strict procedures within their lives, frequently flocked to the island of Akeldama to revel in their wealth for a time before returning to the monotony of civilization. After a time, however, the periods within which the nobles would retreat to their utopian paradise would become longer and longer, until they never returned again. This brought forth adventurers who sought out the many riches held by the deviants, but none who sailed forth never returned again. The trip became an on and off assignment to those old enough to remember its existence, and those who stumbled upon it once before, returning to ignite new intrigue into the secluded nightmare. One reoccurring assumption is that the very soul of the island has fallen victim to some sort of sickness, in the form of heart-pounding excitement pulsating from the manner in which the humans are suspected to inhabit, and the dull gray hues of the sands. Some say the corruption manifested itself into a living disease that only through fire could be pushed back into the dark abode from which it sprouted, while others say that humans became cultists and unleashed hordes of demons against the encroaching mass of staunch adventurers, with the ensuing conflict covering the entire island in the ashes of the fallen. And as you sail towards this accursed place, immediately through a thick grayish fog, you see the dreaded manor of the nobles. The manor stands as a 4-story tall structure with 2 cylindrical towers attached to the main rectangular structure of the center building. The door, if it can even be called one, is made of stone with strange symbols etched into the exterior, with a single ominous outline in the shape of an eye, right in the center, of which it seems to cling onto some sort of possession over the island itself. Now, as you near this pocket of land, untouched by the winds of change for many years, and whose secrets will soon lay bare before you, let us all take a look at the band of heroes who we are to follow along this dizzying journey, the rays of a setting sun hitting their faces as they sway in unison with the rickety ferry. Let us first start with Jasper.
Well, Jasper, he's a shifter. His family is not very well known. He is kind of a creature of the forest, touched by the wear. He has somewhat cat-like canine features. He almost looks half orcish. He found employment through the military, using his abilities to be able to climb and stealth to scout out forces ahead of the military and help strategic planning.
Time.
Time is a half-elf female. She has her hair up in these light brown dreadlock buns and like hangs down her face. Lots of beads and stuff in her hair. Her outfit's very eccentric looking, like different blues and weird embroidery. And on the ship, I guess you'd see her just kind of talking to a lot of people. Or is it just us on the ship, or is there other people?
On the boat with you is your ferryman, Edgar.
Okay. So she'd be like talking to people on the ship as soon as we got on. She is a fortune teller, very gypsy-like, mystic-looking. Yeah.
And last but not least, Fenrir.
Fenrir Claudius he's essentially one of the noble guards of House Erebus and Island Kingdom, which is known for their very lavagant, gluttonous party and really, really poor military power, because they pretty much focused on overindulging themselves for as much as they can. Fenrir does not agree with this in any way and believes the kingdom is being essentially sodomized by their acts in doing this. So essentially, he's been on his own for now, still under like the legions of his country, hoping to gain power over it and change it. And he's on this adventure to further his own goals with doing this.
On the boat with you is your ferryman, Edgar, a hunched, gray-haired halfling whose surprising strength and skill with an oar has steered you well towards your destination. He wears a brown hooded robe with simple leather shoes, nothing extraordinary. Time, Jasper, actually, you all would know Edgar, as you frequently talk to him sometimes when he gets a chance to rest, though it's rare considering his duties as a ferryman. Is there anything you would like to do before you step onto the island?
How does the boat look? Is there anything on the boat, or is it just like a very simple plain wooden boat?
It's a plain oak brown wooden boat with there's another oar, but the one Edgar is using is well enough to push you towards the island itself. He's surprisingly very strong for a halfling.
So, Fenrir would walk up behind Edgar while he's on the oar. Anything you know about this island? He would just say that looking ahead.
Well, I don't know much, but, well, fire's probably your best friend. Never saw an adventuring party going without a torch. Or at least a fiery spell. Something like that.
Fenrir just looks down at Edgar and realizes, oh, he's this type of person. You know?
Oh, wait.
Edgar will hobble over to Time, setting the oar down, and take out 3 pendants or emblems.
Time. Sorry, I should have given this to you earlier. Yeah.
And she just, what's this?
It's a good luck charm that I usually keep around. I don't really give them out to adventuring parties, but since I know all you guys, seems like a special occasion. And I kind of hope, you'll stay and not be gone and all that crap. You know what? Just fucking take it.
All right. Thank you very much. And there's 3 of them, you said?
Yeah. Gives the other 2 to Jasper and to Fenrir.
Fenrir takes the amulet and just sort of looks at it. Like, what does it look like? Is it just like...
It looks like some sort of whip, but it has 9 tails.
And this is supposed to give us luck. All right. And he just sort of puts it away in the bottom of his bag.
Jasper's gonna bite at it.
I wouldn't do that. Matter of fact, it works better if you put it on. And just know why. But it is, fuck it. Just do what the fuck you want. Shit.
He's just gonna go back to the oar, raining to get you guys as you near the...
Jasper would like to check the weather and see if that's normal for this area.
The weather is fairly normal. You haven't been very much outside of the continent, so you wouldn't really know the weather out at sea. But from what you've seen from your occasional glances at, say, the coast, it seems fairly normal. There's a few fogs, but one thing that stands out to you is that the fog doesn't really stay near the floor of the water. It actually goes a little bit higher, mixing with the clouds slightly.
So the fog's weird.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Is there...
During this time, are you still biting on the amulet?
No, I put it down my shirt.
Oh my god. Alright.
Can we see the island visually?
Yes.
Okay.
You can see it from here.
And it doesn't look, like it just looks like a normal island. There's no, like, I don't know, bad omen coming from it. Actually,
is there anything else you guys would like to do before you get on the landing zone?
ooh.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty. After getting yourself settled and prepared, you land on the beach with a loud thunk as the ferry digs itself into the coast. The island seems dreadful and barren at first glance. The sand is an unnerving dark gray. Not even a single tree pierces through the earth, and the path made of cut stone, withered by water, leads to the front gate of the manor. Some stray objects stick up through the sand, but abruptly stop, appearing when the stone path starts. Edgar gives you all a wary glance and wipes his face from the salt water getting on his brow and on his forehead.
I'll stay around until 6 a.m. next morning. But after that, I gotta go. So if you guys aren't back here, I'm sorry.
Edgar, I am very disappointed in your ability to drive your boat. That was very shooting boatsmanship.
Jasper, shut your tree-hugging ass up. You and I both goddamn know I've been doing this for too goddamn long to have you talking shit. Gad.
I will do a flip out of the boat.
Time claps.
Wait, can I roll my acrobatics? I want to roll my acrobatics. I'll roll some dice.
Roll your acrobatics.
Oh.
And with that, Jasper, you not only flip once, you flip twice, landing perfectly on the gray sands of the beach. And you kick up a little sand to show how much better you are at
I'm also
acrobatics.
flipping everyone the bird. It's very fantastic.
Fenrir just looks over to him. Did you really need to do that?
You get used to it, it's Jasper.
And Edgar will climb back.
Time.
Yes,
Make it back safe.
we'll be fine. I have good feelings.
About
Yeah.
the island that everyone doesn't come back from? Good deal. Very
Don't worry,
good.
the cards have already told me we'll be all right.
The
Yeah,
cards.
One.
Alright.
And Edgar will push off and stay in the water because he does not mess with these gray sands.
Should keep an eye out for sharks. They might
What's
Yeah.
a shark?
I think she's referring to a giant shark. Don't worry about it.
I.
big
Uh,
shark do.
So, party, you have landed on the beach. You see a few stray objects sticking up in the sand, but the most notable thing is that the sand is not yellow. It's gray.
Is this the same sand that Jasper is wallowing in and making a spectacle about?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. What does it
Jesus.
smell like?
Smells, doesn't have a
Like-
smell to it.
Fair enough.
What are these accursed sands doing here? Oh wait, it's a haunted island. Never mind.
Fenrir, from your time away, you don't really remember any of this. From what you remember, the island was lush and green, and the manor itself was still relatively small. The sands were never gray. Not anything peculiar, anyway.
Alright. So
I-
Fenrir.
Oh, go ahead.
Fenrir
Go ahead.
looked down at the sand. This isn't right at all. I don't remember it being gray. It was yellow, like sand should be.
Well, if you were as well traveled as I am, you would know that sands vary from shade to shade. There's very little to worry about. Is there anything to worry about?
Yes.
From what you see right now, no. Only thing in front of you is the stone path, a few objects sticking up in the sand a little ways off, and the front gate to the manor.
Have you ever seen sand like this? Like, is this weird sand?
You have never seen sand like this before.
Cool,
Unlike
noted.
on the coast near Freeport, you've seen orangish sand, kind of sandy sand,
Sandy
but-
sand.
nothing gray.
Got it. Noted. Does
Time-
not portray this to the party.
Uh.
I wanna I'm just gonna pick up a handful and let it flow through my fingers. And I mean, is it just texture wise? Does it still feel the same?
Texture-wise, it feels a little bit loose, a little bit looser than regular sand,
Like powder?
like ash.
Oh,
You better make a joke about the sands of time.
listen.
Okay, buddy.
No, that was good.
Alright.
So, would you guys like to do anything, or would you like to move forward to the gate?
Well, let's look at some of those objects. Are there any specific objects sticking out of the sand that would grab attention, or is it just sort of the sand going up and sort of down?
Person with the highest perception, roll with advantage since you are getting the help of Fenrir.
I have 15.
In
Yeah.
perception?
Yes.
I have +5.
Oh.
Okay. +5. Time.
I have a 6 in perception.
Okay.
Oh, well, you beat mine.
Fenrir, do you have something higher than a 6 in perception?
I
All right.
have 1.
All right. So time, roll at advantage.
I
Oh,
have
shit.
5 investigation though.
Hey.
Ooh, 20.
Nice.
Hey.
From what you can see, the sand seems even, but things seem to jut out as if buried underneath the sand itself. You find 5 torches, a tinderbox, 4 healing potions, and a few skulls. But when you go to touch the skulls, they disintegrate in your hand, turning and joining the ash of the coast.
So, so how does Time approach this? Does she just like start digging in the sand? What are we seeing here?
She's gonna just. She's going to just pull a card, and she's not gonna tell you what it is or show you, but she's going to wander off and just start looking for whatever reason, and she just start kicking like the sand away with her boot until
Is
she.
she still in talking range? Like, can she still hear us talking?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, how far? Yeah.
it's not really that far. The beach itself seems to be about 150 feet in width and about 30 in length. So you can still yell out and call to her. It's not a problem.
So you wander down the beach.
Just
We lose sight of you probably for a second. We hear kicking, and then you just come back with all this crap. Is that basically what's going on?
that's exactly.
Well, Time is gonna lean into Jasper. This lady is weird. Just straight weird.
So are you. I'm gonna whisper
Comes
back.
back with her arms full. Just I can hear you, right? I was just.
I'm gonna whisper to Time. Yes.
Right. Well, you're gonna need this, and I just like toss him a torch.
Are you tossing me a torch?
Yeah, I'm tossing both of you a torch, like whoosh, whoosh.
Fenrir just sort of lets the torch hit him, like in the chest, as he just bends down and picks it up. He's got that -1 in dexterity. He's not good at catching.
Yeah. It's fine. It's totally fine.
So he just
That is something I did not foresee. I apologize. I should have. Yeah. Anyway.
oh my god. So he just sorry. He picks up the torch, replacing. He just holds it in one hand with his shield in the other. So.
Huh.
So there were when I was digging, I found skulls, and it's not like I've never seen a skull before, but they just seem to disintegrate just at my touch.
Fenrir just like shakes his head. This place has gone to hell. This thing has gone to the 9 hells and back.
Did you do anything?
I've never been here before, right?
Did you do anything of importance to the skulls? Did you like touch them in a weird way, or?
I mean, is there?
You have not been here before. You've never seen anything before.
I mean, I'm not really sure how do you touch a skull in a weird way, but
Magic. That is all.
I mean, no, I just picked it up like you would any other skull you would find lying on a beach, I guess.
It's not very respectful to desecrate the dead like that, but I understand.
This land has already been desecrated. One more doesn't matter. Anyways, you shouldn't bother touching that stuff. This appears to be the work of a sorcerer. Nothing more.
I'm gonna strike up the torch that Time handed me.
And I'll do the same with my tinderbox. I'll just,
As you're having this conversation, you notice that the sun is going down, as if time doesn't really work the same on this island.
What time did we arrive? Like morning, afternoon?
You arrived at near dusk, and it is now, from what you can tell, it seems to be about 9 or 10.
Well, Jasper basically lives outside, so like he would understand that it's about 9 or 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My character probably wouldn't. He needs that watch, man.
Time you would also probably know, seeing as how you use something similar to this in your tarot readings, trying to predict the stars and futures and alignments and such.
And her name is Time.
Time.
Mm.
Ha
Is there anything you guys would like to do before you proceed?
Pretty much
Huh?
good.
Well, we're good. Let us head to
Alrighty.
the gate.
As you approach the estate, a long metal fence spans the length of the manor. The gate is open for you. Its rusted hinges archaic by design, and even more unsightly from their old age. A large open area lay beyond this threshold. You have arrived at the courtyard of the estate. Fenrir, you are somewhat taken aback by this. The courtyard was once flourishing. It had many plants, animals, and more statues than you see now. It seems to have been reduced in size, and as you enter, the coarse and consistent firmness of the sand is replaced by the loftiness of green grass that grows abundantly on either side of the stone path that leads to the door. You see in the grass broken cups, some bodies, people who seem to be asleep, but strangely a little bit too still. You also see red marks on the grass.
Are they some sort of claw mark, or like what do they look like the red marks? Are they just like general splatter?
Just red stains. You would all probably see it as familiar to wine.
This doesn't look right.
Looks
On
like
either-
they it looks like they had one giant party before it all ended.
Is the grass is the grass tall enough that I'd be able to, like, if I got on all fours and went into the grass, I'd be able to rafter that shit?
No, the grass is pretty short. Doesn't go above your ankles.
Okay, fair
On
enough.
either side of the path, standing, trapped in ostentatious poses, are armored heroes carved of limestone, each of them being assaulted by some unsightly red blemish. So, as you're walking in, the path goes straight to the door, and then there are 3 statues on either side of the path. To the east and west side of the yard are about 4 wooden benches whose wood seems to have decomposed into an amalgamation of decadent black and sickly green hues. You can see the door from where you stand, and a little cellar door, closed but doesn't seem to have a lock.
So we got the big main door and the cellar door and statues.
Yes. Fenrir,
Cool.
you don't remember this. As you get closer to it, you don't. To the rest of you, this seems like a very extravagant mansion. Like, people had lots of money to spend on renovations, decorations, and all types of other luxuries. But Fenrir, you think it's quite surprising. As you've only been gone 5 years, it's pretty amazing what they've managed to accomplish. And the cellar door is entirely new to you. This was not here when you were last present on the island.
So Fenrir looks at the cellar door. I don't trust that thing. I don't remember that thing being here last time. It's probably some sort of sorcerer trick.
Well, where there's a hole, there is loot. Shall we head over?
What do the statues look like? Like, what are they of?
The statues are made of limestone, and they're in very regal poses, as if heroes who are about to die. Some have their arms over their heads to shield themselves from the glares of the sun, while others stand ready and firm with their shields slightly in front of them to protect them from any onslaught. And they have these red blemishes. They might be intentional. Are you going to investigate the statues further?
I mean, it's on the way to, like, we have to pass them to get to the cellar?
Yes.
Okay.
Were the statues like that when I was like before I was here, or are they like brand new? The statues to me.
The statues are brand new. You remember there being a lot more, but these 6 in particular are very new.
All right.
But you said there's also bodies laying.
There are bodies.
Bodies with what looks to be wine stains. So, my personal theory: they partied so hard that the island got cursed.
I'd like to do a medicine check on one of them while she investigates. Is that cool?
I'll help with the investigation of the statues.
Yeah.
All right then. So first, time roll at advantage for the statue.
Am I rolling?
Investigation. An
Oh.
investigation check for the statues.
There goes my +5 in investigation.
Oh no! Oh no! He says.
Who had Time? Did you have higher in investigation? What's your
I
modifier?
had
for
higher
You
investigation.
did, yeah.
Okay, my bad. Fenrir, if you would like to roll, you may
Thank you.
with advantage because time is helping you. Okay, significantly better.
Mhm.
The blemish seems horribly, almost sickeningly unnatural. It pulses with a faint red glow and appears to have dug deeply into the statue itself, making it almost impossible to be removed. You also notice that it covers the eyes, elbow, and neck of the statues as well. And with a bit of examination, there appears to be a large mound of this moss right behind each statue.
Fenrir notices this and just looks at the statues. These things have been corrupted. This weird sorcerer fungus might be looking for some kind of host. We should destroy it as soon as we can.
Why do you always assume it's a sorcerer?
Because this is what sorcerers do. Cause chaos, make everything horrible. I'm telling you, if all we had was divine magic and martial prowess, many, many things would be better in this world.
Well, I agree. We should probably shouldn't touch this. Is my thoughts. I disagree. That's from a sorcerer, though.
Well, what else could make this some sort of dark being?
Oh shit! My sin is showing. Oh no! Hulk smash! No, not really.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Remind me when we have a moment. You should get a reading. I should see what the cards have to say about you. I'm curious.
Alright. Sure. They won't tell you anything.
We'll see.
Okay, buddy.
We're
We're just sort of arguing in front of this
yeah,
weird
the statue.
weird entity on the statue. But Fenrir just finishes looking back. But really, we should get rid of this somehow.
I worry if I don't know. Can we look at like the dead bodies to see like
Sure,
there's
you can.
same stuff
you can
on?
Yeah, you can go investigate the dead bodies.
Okay.
That was what I was
Jasper.
planning on doing.
You're okay. So Jasper, give me a medicine check. As
Yeah,
they
I'm
were arguing
looking-
before.
Yeah, I'm looking for cause of death specifically.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
Never said they were dead though. They were just-
Okay. They, as you get closer, they seem alive. They don't
Interesting.
seem hurt at all. But you do notice that there are some scars. But as soon as you do, they're gone. As if regenerating. And as you get closer, one of the bodies opens its eyes,
Oh no.
lunges forward, and grows and tries to grab at your necklace.
Okay.
Mine! Roll me an... Do you try to dodge?
Of course. I'm assuming deck save, right?
Yeah, give me a dex save.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Yeah, dodge out of the way, no problem. It lurches forward, stumbles. Ow! 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 And as it gasps for breath, it goes quiet again and closes its eyes.
I'm gonna try to approach it again.
How close do you get?
As close as I can get before it fucking jumps at me again.
Fenrir notices, like, the zombie lurching and turns back. Step away from that accursed beast. It has been corrupted.
So you get close enough, and this time it opens its eyes and it looks at you. Me, please
Oh, Jesus.
give me amulet. You see at this point he's extremely in pain, and as he starts talking, you notice that all of the bodies start to groan in unison, as if they share this deep, arduous pain.
How threatening and lethal does this guy look like?
They look pretty sad. Basically, they are wearing tattered robes that only cover their lower torso. And
Does he look undead?
they all look dead. Some of them have some hair, some have teeth, some are missing a few eyes. But strangely enough, you notice that their wounds regenerate, but their hair does not. The one with the missing eye starts to grow it back. It starts to reform in his socket.
Interesting. I'm gonna try to keep my distance until the others come by, and then I want to run an idea by them.
And as he coughs, you see a red dust come out in puffs of this thick, kind of wispy-like dust. Very crimson, very alluring. But as you step away, he falls silent again.
I'll
Fenrir,
breathe that in.
Fenrir at this point would have his shield up, like, sort of like just standing by. That accursed black fungus, whatever it is cursing these people. Let's put them out of their misery.
You are very quick to judge, my good sir.
I mean, perhaps this could make it worse. We don't know whatever this red mist. I mean, it could make it even spread more. I don't know.
Don't
There's a very good chance. What I was thinking is we take one of them with us. They might be good to have around.
Are you proposing we kidnap this undead abomination?
Yes.
Good idea.
Who has a bag? Let's stuff it in.
This, you want to stuff an entire person into a bag.
This is not a person anymore. It is the husk of a child, or a husk of a person, like the exoskeleton of an insect.
This plague has clearly taken a host body, and is just using it. What remains is a husk of a person. As Fenrir reaches to his bag to take out a blanket, we'll wrap him in this.
So as you get close and try to wrap him up in a blanket, the body comes back to life and frantically starts to tries to free itself. Its claws, you notice this now, its nails are black, and it claws through the sheets and goes for the pendant in your bag, Fenrir. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
No!
Hey,
Anything but a dexterity saving throw!
Hey!
Oh. That's epic.
16. You managed to get out of the way, but it does swipe at your bag and manages to allow its contents to spill. And as it does, the other bodies become animated at the very presence of this symbol, and they all frantically start crawling towards it and try to grab it.
Is this the symbol the halfling gave us, like the amulet?
It is indeed.
That fucking halfling set us up, and he set us up, man.
What?
Is there any like can I refer to them as zombies for now? Like,
Yeah.
are there any zombies like crawling close to it?
Yeah, there's one of them already has it, is grabbing it, and he's running towards the entrance gate.
I get this now. I get this. They want. All right, I'm gonna take my warhammer. This is
Are we
gonna
rolling
sound bad.
initiative?
When he starts sprinting, I'm gonna try to sprint after him and like tackle him down and like if possible.
So to give you a bit of context, the zombie is 60 feet away, and it's about 5 feet towards the entrance.
Well, boys, you gotta use the javelin. All right, I'm gonna reach to the. Well, my bag got torn open, right?
It did.
So would I still be able to take a javelin out?
Sure, you can pick up a javelin off the ground and chuck it.
So I pick up a javelin off the ground and try to chuck it at the zombie creature running towards the gate before it can use it and try to steal my passageway.
Okay, give me an attack roll with your javelin.
Come on.
Ooh. Just barely miss. It is. You are flabbergasted by how close this was. As you throw it and it propels itself through the air, it sticks itself an inch away from the creature's heel, right about to paralyze it, but it manages to escape and goes through the gate easily. And as it gets onto the docks, it drops the amulet and collapses face first into the sand, seemingly at peace. As Jasper, you notice it kind of had a red glow in its veins. Glow's gone. Seems to have found peace.
It's not sand, that's people. Lots of people.
These amulets let them kill themselves, it appears. What would there be more like zombies going after that amulet on the floor, or would it just be sort of like?
No, the amulet is far out of the zombies' reach to where they have reverted to an inert form. They're motionless once again.
These amulets seem to power them in some way. The halfling set us up something.
Again, you are so suspicious and so easy to judge. Anyways, you did very poorly at your task.
I am to defend, not attack. Attacking is your job, Jasper, not mine.
He's just gonna wiggle his eyebrows.
I'm thinking like I'm getting like this War of the Worlds, you know, like the blood, like the red mist and stuff from that movie with Tom Cruise. For some reason, that's what I'm thinking of.
Mm.
Well, so
you still have about 10 other bodies still laying around that are now inert.
Maybe we should just kill them all.
the whole point is the reason they probably aren't dead yet is because the only way they can die is if they leave that gate with an amulet. And I assume now that I don't have one, I'll be stuck here too. As he looks out to like the amulet outside. There must be some sort of magic sorcery going on.
Well, maybe you could like, I don't know, like stick your hand out in the general area of the sand and see if it.
How about you go out? You know, you still have your amulet. Mine was stolen by a zombie abomination. Seems fair. He's just sort of like stands near the gate, not wanting to like try to cross the thrust point where the zombie, you know, died. He's just sort of waiting.
I mean, that's not my amulet, though. That's yours.
Well, the problem is, if I go out there, I'm gonna die. And if I die, that's 2 less hands and a big shield and sword. Not sword, sorry, warhammer.
All right, very well. She pulls out her deck of tarot cards, and she just like pulls out a card and like kind of concentrates on it, and all of a sudden like a disembodied like magical hand appears like out towards the sand. It's mage hand to pick up the amulet and bring it back. Can I do that?
As you do this, the mage hand. This is 60 feet, so you would have to move with it.
Oh, it's 30 feet. Shoot. Can I move closer to where I can reach it with 30 feet?
Yeah. You can move with the mage hand, so then it can try and get out.
Okay.
But as you try to get the mage hand out, the spell disperses.
Told you. Some sort of sorcery. A sorcerer using anti-magic. How ironic. Well, I guess I'm trapped here. He just sort of like sits down, like going, oh wait, I forgot I don't have a bag. He just sort of like sits down, looking at his torn bag. This is why no one comes back. I bet every one of these is an adventurer of some sort who couldn't make it through the gates at all.
What if I pick up a rock and I throw it out to the sand?
Rock goes through just fine.
I want to go out, but I know as soon as I walk outside, it's gonna be my brain explodes into 25 pieces.
You could try.
I could try and die.
You could try.
She pulls out her little carry venture dagger. She cuts off a piece of her dreadlock and she tosses it.
Goes through just fine.
Maybe it's just anti-magic, but if magic flows through your veins, maybe it'll blow them too. He sort of like, he laughs a little, not a lot though, just sort of like an offhand comment.
This is very strange. I mean, I'd hate to put your life at risk, of course, but that amulet, I feel, is kind of important. You should really just go. Just you know. Keep laughing.
Oh my goodness.
Are you quite literally telling me to go kill myself by walking through whatever that is without an amulet on?
Listen.
We don't know that it'll kill you.
Well, that zombie ran through. You know what happened to it? It died.
Yeah, it was already dead.
No, it was still alive technically. Undead at the very least.
Zombies are dead things.
Well,
Well,
In the distance, you
technically,
just
they're-
What was that? What was it?
God. Fenrir hears this annoying shrieking coming from somewhere as he looks around for the source. Y'all hear something? Sorry.
wonder if we can get Edgar to throw us back the amulet from the beach.
That's a good idea for once. He'd like go to his he'd like sort of back up, like raising his arms up. Edgar! Come back.
Edgar is just still rowing. He's just like, what was that?
I'm going to send a message.
Are you using message or sending?
Message.
All right then.
She pulls the card for it.
What's the range of message?
120 feet, dude. Please tell me. He's not that
Yeah.
far. Okay.
Yeah.
Strong rowing arm.
Probably gonna be like, oh no, the island's trying to whisper in my ear now. It's just real
Does it
faster.
tell you how many words you can have?
I don't think is there a limit on message? I don't remember.
I believe the limit is the same as sending.
Okay. Don't be alarmed. This is time.
What?
We need you to come back onto the island and find the amulet that's in the sand and throw it back to us.
You lost my amulet?
We misplaced your amulets. We know where it is. We just need you to throw it back to us. But we need you to
Placed it.
throw it back to us.
Okay. Only for you, time.
And he'll turn the fairy around. He'll plop onto the beach, look at the body.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Here we go.
Grab onto the amulet, and just walk to the gate. Walk in, and just hand it to time.
Wait. Edgar, no, the halfling's stuck with us now. Now we have to deal with his axe. No, Jesus.
What are you talking about?
Oh, gee.
You remember that specific thing I repeated about 3 times in that message that said just throw it over to us?
I kind of had seawater in my ear.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'll leave you guys to it.
And he turns around and he goes
No!
right through.
No! Like, Fenrir just yells, no, stop. Wait,
And as you say that, he's already on the other side.
What?
Fenrir just looks
Absolutely
there.
nothing. Just we'll see you at 6 a.m. first thing tomorrow.
Fenrir
Okay.
just looks
Thank you
there.
very much.
What time is it now after all of these shenanigans?
It is 11.
God damn it.
It's gonna
Look,
be an entire one shot just on the beach. This is our beach session.
Beach session, baby.
Sam, getting a beach session whether we want to or not.
Okay. Oof.
Oof. Jesus Christ.
I had a serious heart attack just there. For real.
Fenrir just sort of like awkwardly like just goes back like to sit down. It just says, "Can I get my amulet?" It's my turn on the amulet.
I toss it over to him.
He lets it hit his chest as he puts it up to the ground. Thanks.
Well, if our shenanigans are about up. Okay.
How close are you to the statues?
I think we'd be pretty far, right? Because it's on the other side of the statues to the gate.
The statues are spread evenly about 30 feet apart on the stone path. And the stone path leads to the gate. So how close are you to the statues?
I would be thinking I'd be like leaning or sitting against like the wall near the gate. Like
Okay. So, since you're sitting down, give me a perception check at disadvantage with the shenanigans of Edgar.
please. Why did I put in an investigation instead of perception? This is the worst mistake. Alright, sorry. Perception. Woo!
Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Fenrir just looks up and says, I see nothing wrong with this, and then just goes back to, you know, just sitting there.
All right. Time. As you turn around and, chuck it at him, you notice that the statues' heads have turned and looked at Fenrir.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's definitely not normal.
What?
It's not even subtle. It's full 360-degree turn, staring dead right at Fenrir.
Like I feel like I see him sitting there just like do 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 do, and like the statue is like kind of I guess behind him.
They
And
are.
I'm just, like,
they
I'm
are.
like pointing like at him, going, "That's not normal." Sheer panic.
Fenrir looks up. I'm pretty sure this is how the statues are supposed to look, and he just goes back to sitting down again.
Do you have the amulet in your possession now?
Yeah, I picked it up. Oh no.
And as you get it in your hand, the statues.
I told you the statues were hosts for some sort of
back
evil
around.
plague.
Mm.
Well, Fenrir doesn't notice anything as he gets up. Well, we should be heading to the gate by now. So,
Do I notice this as well?
Yeah, Jasper, you definitely noticed this.
Yeah. He's not freaking out.
I believe someone said they want to go to the cellar. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. I think we're headed to the cellar. I like to think that all of this stuff, Jasper was kind of like, scouting out the area a little bit. Is that
Oh, uh, Fenrir time. While you're having some debacle with Edgar, Jasper, you are exploring the rest of the area, and cellar seems pretty peculiar. But as you get close to the cellar, you notice a goblet sitting on a bench. Seems full of what appears to be wine.
fantastic?
Don't drink it. Don't drink it. Drink
I'm
it.
going
Drink
to smell it.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Smells like ether. Just passes out.
Oh,
Nice. It is strangely similar to blood. As you examine it further, it seems to have the viscosity of blood and the faint smell of iron, but it seems sweeter overall, as if someone had crushed up roses and sprinkled them onto the rim of the goblet. More appealing to the senses and more tantalizing on the eye. Almost hypnotic in the way it sloshes around inside of the goblet.
Let's see. I'm going to hold on to it for a minute and wait for the group to catch up.
All right.
Kinda-
Do you get closer to the cellar?
Yeah, I'm still snooping around.
Okay. Give me a con save.
Okay.
Yipping and yapping.
Okay.
Not bad.
As you get closer, you are hit by this revolting, horrible stench wafting up from the little chinks within the cellar walls. But you've smelt worse. Not as bad, but you smelt something comparable. This scarlet red metal door reeks an unimaginable foulness that forces the eyes to water and your confidence to waver. It has a single latch, not bearing the weight of any sort of lock or keyhole, and it seems easily lifted.
Cool. I'll chill here until the party reaches us. Kind of just looking around, kind of
I'll
aloof.
head over.
Time,
I
give
guess.
me a con save. Fenrir,
Oh.
con save.
Haha. This is why I put it on Constitution, boys. And it's only 1 point
Hey.
higher.
Hey!
Both succeed, but you do notice how the foulness just hits you right in the face. It's horrible, but you manage to keep your stomachs.
Hey.
Ugh.
Time. Would you happen to have any vials?
Vials. No, I don't.
Anything to contain a liquid?
No.
I
Sorry.
I do have one thing, but please do not. He just like pulls out a box, and it's obviously a box for like the lesser fortunate. It's like a poor donation box. Please do not desecrate it. He just like sets it down.
So he says. So he says, "Why, of course." And he's gonna turn away so that he's facing away from you. Open the box. And
I'm totally
pour-
watching this all happen.
Yeah, that's fine. He's gonna turn away from you and pour the wine blood into it.
What's the box made of?
It'd probably just be made out of wood, but it'd be inscribed with things like "Help the poor," feed the
And as you pour it in, it seeps through the wood.
And there goes my alms box. Thanks. Those poor children are never getting their bread now.
Strangely, though, as it does, it seems to rot the wood, similar to the rottenness of the benches.
What are you pouring in it? You're ruining it.
What? I was not pouring anything. But here you go. I appreciate the help. And I'll hand him back the box.
I'm not touching that. Throw it in the trash heap somewhere.
He'll throw it at Fifnir.
You're gonna throw it at me?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it hits me in the chest, whatever that liquid is. Does anything happen? Or does
No. Just normal broken wood on
He
your chest.
I just get a box of wood thrown at me. It's unusable now, so I just sort of I just pick it up and I just shake my head. You know, it's gonna be a lot harder to do this without this box.
I thought that you would know what kind of things could hold water. I'm very disappointed.
This is a wooden box. It can hold water.
Apparently not. Anyways, time. How are you
Yes.
feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, actually. Although, when I drew my cards this morning, I wasn't expecting. They told me I'd meet some interesting characters today, but this was on a whole other level.
Well, anyways, it seems like we need to go and investigate this disgusting smell that's coming out of this hole in the ground. So
Yeah.
with me.
Let's check it out.
I agree. I'd like to check for traps.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Cool.
Cool.
Don't seem to be any traps.
Cool. I'm gonna take some of my cloth from my shirt and kind of just do like this. The handles and open it, so not touching it directly.
Fenrir, time. Are you nearby when he does this?
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
standing
next
right
to him?
next to him.
I'd be next to him since he just threw a box at me that he ruined. Yes.
Everyone roll a wisdom save.
Hey,
We're dead. I'm dead specifically.
A wisdom save.
Well, Jasper's dead. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum. This is
that
what
was
you get.
fun, guys.
This is what you get for ruining that box. Now the poor children can't eat. This is your
Good.
punishment from God.
Good.
Jasper, as you open it up, as you open this door, a horrifying visage assaults all of your eyes as you stare into what can only be described as the nauseating nightmare equivalent of a meat locker. Mucus and blood flow like rivers down the peeling white paint of the wall, as white sheets of skin dangle from their long silvery hooks, which sway from the ceiling as a sudden breeze permeates the stench of the room as a whole. A multitude of bodies are pressed against the wall with their skin peeled away, laying in a bundle of their own agony. The horrors here are too numerous to count, as your eyes soak in the ghastly horrors of decapitated bodies, eyes scooped out of their heads, which lay in a straight line on a wooden counter, with lips torn away like scabs. Great strings of intestines tied together in long stretches of malleable carpet, and legions of flies that scurry about and gorge themselves on rot. Jasper and Fenrir, you're both considered frightened, and run away screaming from the cellar. Time, you are the only one
Fantastic.
who stands alone.
I hide behind time.
I don't think
had fun
Fenrir would outright scream. He'd probably just look at it and slowly back up, just walking away slowly, not really speaking about it.
I'm just standing there,
Jasper's a scout. He would
staring.
definitely be a coward. He's hiding behind time.
That is quite gross. What the hell are you guys doing? Why? Just turns around to see you guys just being terrified, really.
It's now that you hear the flies buzzing around, and some of them actually swarm out. And it disorients you a little bit, time. But after a moment, they all dissipate and fly to much holier ground. And it's then that you hear the groans of people who've suffered so long under that damnable cellar. There are wails echoing off the walls, but finding no purchase on anyone who'd be merciful enough to have come any earlier than you.
They have
Oh.
made a living hell.
And it should be noted that the only light you can see is what's coming. Oh, actually, there's no light now. So, Jasper. No, wait. Time. You're the only one who has dark vision, I believe.
Oh,
I have dark
yeah,
vision.
but they have torches.
Okay. So, yeah, it's completely. It's
And I
dark.
also have
now.
dark vision.
It's dark now. So, Jasper, Time. Well, Time. You can see into the cellar just a little bit well, and you can actually see some quite disturbing imagery.
So were we not the two people not able to see it? We're the most frightened of it.
I'll definitely hand Time my torch and say, well, I guess it's your time to shine.
Haha, I see what you did there. All right.
They have
As soon as I
sent-
get past the stench. Actually, here, and I just like give it right back to him. You probably need this more than I do. I can see this just fine. This is very concerning. This is not what I was expecting, which is kind of weird coming from me. Right. We should go in.
Help!
Hearing the terrifying noise, Jasper's going to throw his torch into the hole.
You hear it scatter against the intestine-coated carpets of.
Did I hit whatever was wailing?
Oh my
You don't
god.
did, because you still hear them wailing.
Cool.
I'm gonna start walking in. Actually, I have 4 like orbs of light that I send in there to light up the place.
As they go in,
Oh shit!
they light just fine.
This guy.
But you can still see the details. Even more horrid now that you have a little bit of light. Do you go in?
She draws 2 cards. She goes in.
Hey.
As you make your way down the rickety steps of this dank cellar, with your lights to be your only guide, you accidentally step on someone who wails out in pain. Oh my goodness. And you step down and you hear someone yell as you step on someone's broken leg, who is right underneath the steps.
Oh.
And as you take your other step, you feel the intestines weigh on you, as if they have been filled with something foul. And it feels solid, unnaturally and unnervingly solid. And the entire area around you seems like you just walked into a layer of hell.
Probably did. So, can I ask a question real quick?
Go ahead.
Am I able to tell if these creatures, like as a paladin, are technically undead, or if they have some other nature?
No, you're terrified now. You don't want to go near the cellar door. But if you were to use Divine Sense, then yeah, you can use Divine Sense, since you're not technically getting near the cellar.
Yes, I will do that if I can. Divine sense.
Okay.
So would they register as a celestial, fiend, or undead at all?
You don't get anything from. You would think that there would be more, but you don't get anything. What you do feel is one presence. One presence in the entire cellar that stands out as undead.
There is something in there. Something unlike the others. not the corpses, not the hanging ones, something even more undead than the rest of them. Not Curse, the controller of them. Do not approach that cellar door.
So no, neither me nor Fifnir can go into the cellar. Is that correct?
Yes.
We're
So
not
you could
allowed.
just set time in there by herself.
Yes.
Bum, bum, ba, da, bum, bum. We're dead.
Is there any
I-
is there any way to overcome the terrified condition, the fear condition?
Maybe if I
No.
was level 6
The
It's a
only-
little
house.
traumatic.
The only
It's
thing
just
that I
about
thought of
talking.
was that after seeing time walk in, we would see that it's less dangerous because her squishy, tiny self did not get eaten immediately.
You know what? For the hell of it, roll another wisdom saving throw.
Fair enough.
Me too? Or
Yeah.
I mean, do you get near the cellar again? Another fail, man. You just can't
face.
bring yourself to get any closer to this. You see time being so heroic in her moment of probably imminent death, but you just can't bring yourself to join her.
Fenrir, in this moment of hardship, would really try to press forward and to make sure that time wasn't by themselves in that room.
Okay,
So,
give me a
wisdom. No, Fortnite.
fail. You join Jasper. You both just huddle together and sit waiting for time to return, unable to get any closer to this damnable cellar door.
You know that stupid Facebook dog, the one waving by? That's what my current emotion is right now. Bye.
Oh.
Current emotion meme.
So you
So
like picture you can picture time like she's just like the cards are spoken. She can do this. Like proud as could be, goes in there, has all faith in the cards, everything will be fine, and just like sees it more clearly, steps in that nastiness. By the way, I said boot earlier. She's wearing like sandal things. That's even more gross.
So in that case,
And I
you
told
actually feel the
oh, go ahead.
Fafnir, go ahead.
I told you that there's some unnatural, actually undead thing in there, like one huge thing. It's not good, man. It's not good.
Yeah, she's gonna like just realize you guys aren't coming and not really understanding. Just kind of start backing out.
Time? Besides the nasty intestinal juices on your foot and the slight gnawing of the flies against your skin, and you actually stepping on the guy's foot again.
I'm sorry, and I just whack it with my quarterstaff thing.
You whack him?
Yeah, I just panic.
You whack him, and you see his skull splatter open.
Is he
Then it
dead?
regenerates.
And you actually get some of it on your staff, and it seems to erode at the wood.
Oh no!
And then the creature reforms from
Wow.
having his head busted open. But not just that.
That's not normal.
How'd you bust his head open with a wooden stick? Are they really that fragile right now?
I mean, his
They-
intestines are.
Yeah,
I mean-
true.
And not just that. A cold wind blows to the cellar, causing chains to rattle. And as they do, you notice behind the counter, lined with the decapitated heads with their missing eyes and lips, there's a creature there who has been watching you since you walked down. It has not attacked you, and it does not seem evil. It is a seething mass of concentrated sorrow. This large behemoth of a monster lumbers towards you, stepping around the counter and going towards you. Stitches bind and as it gets closer, and you can see it more clearly in the lights, even with your dark vision, stitches bind its severed jaws together with rows of crooked fangs puncturing through its gums as its snout drips with bloody snot. Cold black orbs fill its empty eye sockets. Its attention focused upon everything but nothing at the same time, except for a long red leather belt keeping its various tools of laceration, such as wooden ladles, hooks, chains, saws, daggers, swords, axes. It wields a gargantuan cleaver, about 8 feet long, and in its other hand, a long 3-hooked bronze chain. It has 6 rings on its back that, if you get over your fright and look, it seems to be chained down in the cellar. And as it walks towards you, it looks down.
Why does it sound like a pig?
Time.
Fifnir
You know that
asks,
is some horrid pig-like monstrosity.
Nice piggy. Nice piggy. She keeps backing up. Oh,
And it keeps staring at you as you keep going up. And once you're out of the door, it spins its hook as if preparing to yank you back down and finish you itself.
can I?
It releases the hook, it latches onto the door, and it closes it.
Oh, see,
Bye-bye.
that's anyway.
Jasper screams like a little girl.
Fenrir looks over to Jasper. Jasper, let's go the other way.
See, boys, that's how you do it. Yep. Everything's fine in there. We'll just carry on somewhere else.
What time is it?
It's still strangely 11.
Cool.
Check something. I want to just see something. They can hear me through the door, right?
Which door?
The door that was just closed, like all the people, like the
Cellar door?
bodies.
Yes, they can hear you.
Since they're not undead, if they regained health points in some sort of fashion, would that help them in any way? Like, would it be a pain relief at the very least?
I mean, do you try to go near the door again?
No. I'm frightened.
Then no.
Aw. Guess not.
Imagine Time like walking back out of the cellar. Those two like scared out of their mind, and she's like covered in whatever.
Mucus,
And then there's this
not
big
blood, feces.
Number
and then there's this
15.
big monster over. Oh my
Number
There's
God.
no, the monster was down. Like, if you were at the steps, the monster was right in front of you.
Oh,
you just-
okay.
Back. And it used its hook to close the door.
Oh my. Okay.
This just sounds like a slasher film.
It's fantastic.
Fenrir just
Well.
sort of like stands there. The gate. We'll go through the gate, and he just
You
starts
guys
walking
Go
out.
around.
What? You cut out for me.
Go around
You
the bodies? Yes.
Around the bodies.
Yes.
Does
Yeah,
everyone
we're done
go
with
around
that.
the bodies?
The amulets, though, that are going to react. Is there any windows or anything else? Like any from where we're at?
There are windows on the manor, but where you are right now, it's just open space. You're in the courtyard area of the manor.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Edgar's just out.
You guys better hurry up. I'm tired. My arm's getting tired.
Take a
What-
nap in your
What am I
boat.
saying? Why am I saying this? You can hear a large thunk as you assume he drops his oar and just sits in the ferry.
I would offer you a blanket if a certain undead abomination, well, I don't know what they are, fungus thing destroyed it. All right? Fungus, zombie, sorcerer magic. There. That's what I'll call it.
Just to fact check him, is that actually, would I equate that stuff to a fungus?
Not immediately. Do you wish to investigate further?
I would like to see if that is if his description is true.
Okay. So, how do you go about this investigation?
I just look at it and see, does that look like a fungus?
Yeah, the dust is gone. It's dissipated. It's no longer there.
Oh, did it look like a fungus?
And the
Could I
Give me
like
a
roll
straight-
in nature or something?
give me a straight intelligence check to see if you remember what the dust looked like. Yeah, just
Sure.
straight intelligence.
Oof.
Ooh.
You remember
Oof.
faintly it could have been moss-like, but you can't really remember since it was a very sudden moment when the creature jerked forward and coughed and made its way out of the manor grounds.
So if anything, I'm more confused.
Yes.
You know what's interesting though is that that thing down in that cellar, it didn't come and attack me like the things in the bodies in the courtyard.
Those bodies just want respite from this torture, this hell they're facing. That thing, that is not one of them. It is strictly undead abomination.
It should be noted that Fenrir, you know it's there. You don't know what it looks like. Jasper, you have no idea what they're talking about.
I just
Yeah,
know it's
no,
like
Deb-
some
You did
undead
the hook.
thing.
You did see the hook, Jasper. You did see the hook.
Doesn't really care.
Yo ho, the hook we shall never go. This one's fun. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, we need a way into this place. So, I don't know. I feel like each path we go to, we're going to end up having to fight something. So, if you guys can just stop being afraid of everything we come across, that'd be fantastic.
I was not afraid. I was merely calculating what needed to be
Oh.
done.
Right.
At the time, I was very afraid. It was very scary.
It was very scary. Yeah.
It was very scary.
Yes.
There is still the stone path that leads to the main door of the manor.
If the side way
Yeah.
won't work, then we'll have to ram full throttle. And he just starts walking.
Very-
He starts walking.
I'm gonna put my hand in front of time and say, wait, let's see how this goes.
Fenrir is gonna walk the stone path with getting his amulet ready for the stone passageway. like,
Okay.
door.
As you approach, you notice this door very well. You know its symbols tell tales of the great Erebus bloodline and how, at once very military, they have fallen into disarray from their wealth, which, from when you were here, wasn't very much, but it got them at least a good party every other night. And as you look up at the door, you are also familiar with the giant engraving of an eye that seems to hold some possession of the courtyard. And you remember there being hinges? They're gone now. Seem easily opened.
This thing used to be locked in tight. Now it's just open for anyone. It's a trap of some kind. And he just like looking at the engravings of like the story.
Bless you.
Thank you.
The House of Erebus used to be when my grandfather served in it, when my great ancestor line served the king. Now, what is it? Royal party time? That's the only thing this kingdom is anymore. You just look at the gate at this time. So are we going, or are we just gonna stay out here?
We
I
just
feel
wanted
Go ahead.
we just wanted to watch the show.
I
Go
just
ahead.
pictured him like standing there having that long monologue and like turning around and be like, "Are you guys going?" And then like we're like, "Way."
Fellas, Fenrir is gonna go inside of that.
Okay. So, Fenrir, let's take it on hold. Time and Jasper, what are you guys doing?
Oh.
We're watching, I think.
Okay. Would you say you're near the bodies?
I mean, I guess
Not with a question like that.
Yeah.
No, I purposely make it my purpose to not go near the bodies, but try to get to him at the.
Okay. I
You
Yeah.
I
guys
know.
just want me to die at this
So
point.
as you
No.
go around bodies, the aura seem to cling onto the aura that this amulet gives off, and they all turn and just don't go into the manor. They will, and they go back to being inert.
Fenrir just like stops like actually listening to these abominations.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah, Jasper seeing that this dead body pop up and go and give advice. He's gonna dart off into the gate.
Dart off outside the gate.
No, into the gate, like into the manor.
Oh,
Like, he's running away.
the manor opens easily enough. Do you guys join him?
Yeah, like he probably pushes Fenrir out of the way. Like,
Fenrir's just like, this is my castle. This is my history. I was supposed to go first.
So, time to join them.
I'll go with them.
Yes.
Alrighty. As the door in front of you opens easily enough, and as it breaks open, you perceive a large red stained glass window dimly illuminating the room with a staircase leading to the other 5 layers of the manor. Right beneath it, with 2 wooden doors on the left and right of the room. You have arrived at the foyer.
I feel, though it is corrupted and twisted, I still feel some allegiance to this place. He just like looks around. I remember its once great halls. Well, I don't know them out of character, but in character I certainly do.
So, to give a little bit more context, you have entered the front door, and on the right and left of you are 2 doors that you assume lead to the towers on either side of the manor. In front of you is a staircase that leads up and spirals to the other floors of the manor in the main house. And above the stairs is a stained glass red mural of sorts, some sort of iconography.
Like, well, I can, like, what is it, like the mural? Can I remember or like look at it?
This seems new to you. You don't remember your family being religious in any sense, but this is new to you.
This mural, I can't pronounce it. Sorry.
Sorry.
This looks strange. They keep modifying things, small details. First, it's small, but it gets larger and larger the deeper we go in.
It should be noted that it's very dark, and it's barely illuminated by the mural. And Jasper and Time, you notice that there's more bodies. Like right near the staircase, near the 2 doors, and in all 4 of the corners in the foyer.
so we're surrounded
Essentially.
by bodies.
Essentially.
Like, are they
Gonna
groaning?
pull out his short sword.
As you step in, the 2 near the southeast and southwest corners start to groan, and you can hear them mumble. Turn back. They're dying. They are, unlike the bodies outside, they seem to be getting more.
Are they though?
And what'd you say, Jasper?
I said, are they though?
Yes, but these are strange. Time and Jasper, Fenrir, you can't see anything. It's barely bright enough for you to squint in here. But Time and Jasper, you notice that all the bodies are missing something. They are regenerating, yes, but they seem to be missing a lot more than the ones outside. Whole sections of their ribs are gone, literally torn out bone by bone, as if someone was choosing the best parts of a pig. Some of them are losing their heads. Others have their eyeballs scooped out in a much more vicious fashion than what you saw time. Whereas in the basement, it was more with skill and craftsmanship, as one would do with, say, a spoon of sorts. These looked ripped out with the fingernails of whoever was trying to get at these bodies. Worse so, you notice that they all have this strange red pumping. You can see their veins. Jasper, you would know what this is, as you saw it on the bodies before. And you would know that you can assume that all of them cough up the red dust.
Would I be able to notice like the bodies on the floor at all, or like their
If you
presence?
kept walking, I'm sure you would step on one by accident.
You will now. Poof, poof, poof. Dancing lights.
Oh.
As you do that,
Oh,
you notice
shit.
you notice that there's a single body in the middle of the foyer who's holding a note. But he looks the worst of all. His joints are torn off, and his left hand is laying on his chest, bleeding and disembodied, with his veins trying to reconnect the arm to his shoulder. And his bottom jaw is gone, slowly regenerating, as you can slowly see the gum starting to form along with the lips. But it's looking worse for wear, as if he or she was the main course.
Oh.
These creatures are being harvested, not for efficiency, but for some sort of twisted fun entertainment from this. This is no professional work. This is something horrid.
I'd agree. Can I?
Jasper?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Jasper's eating pistachios.
Oh.
Oh my god. This is the worst time to be eating that.
One of the bodies from one of the corners just is out. You can
I'll
notice
drop
it's missing its throat, but it still reaches up.
I'll drop a pistachio in its hand. There you go, buddy.
Is it trying to like reach out to us, sort of?
And then it just falls out of its neck.
Cool. All right, you go, time.
The body in the middle with the note. You said it's still alive, but it's regenerating.
Yeah, similar to how all the other bodies were. But it seems in a worse state.
But it's conscious.
Do you go closer?
No, I actually. It doesn't have a jaw. Never mind. Damn it.
He has big claws, remember?
Yeah. I wanted to just try a message on it, but it says it whispers a reply, not like telepathic. Like.
You can use message.
It's probably just gonna be like psychic screamings. I get a message back.
You could use message on it.
Okay,
if you want.
I'll try, and I'll say, please tell us what happened here. What's going on? We can try to help.
Help. None can help. The party is beginning. We want to tag.
Yeah, you're gonna have to totally tell me that in normal voice. So I can.
Yeah.
Essentially, what you got was help.
Okay.
No one can help us. The party is starting soon. Flee while you can.
Would you relay this message back to us? Or are you gonna,
Yes.
like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is
No, go ahead.
the party. This is some sort of entertainment. Whatever creatures, things, not humans anymore, whatever is in command of this place has ruined the name of House Erebus for their own entertainment, their own gluttony, lust, greed, all the horrible sins. He's just sort of like standing there as like, the creatures are around him.
As you do that, the creatures, seemingly with some renewed strength, and Jasper, you notice that it's getting closer to 12. It's getting closer to midnight.
That's the reason you've been saying the time all the. Oh no.
And they seem with some renewed vigor to try to stand up and try to reach out. Help, 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 help. And they all reach out, seemingly wanting your amulets. Even the middle body.
Jasper's had enough of this. He already tried to feed it, and it didn't go away. He's going to stab it.
As you stab it, give me an AC. Roll an attack.
Okay. I'll do dagger. Let's go.
You stab it, and as you do, it sinks into the creature's head. But you find it's kind of hard to pull it out.
Fantastic.
Good thing.
Can I get a strength roll to try to pull it out, or is this magic?
You could try a strength roll.
Okay.
Good thing you have a 16 in
Give me
strength.
an athletics check.
Oh, I thought it.
Yeah, give me athletics.
My +9. Let's go. Hey.
It
With
got
some
lower.
difficulty, you yank it out, and the wound closes as they still all beg you for help. And the middle body, especially,
Yeah.
with hobbling on one leg, crawls towards you with its severed arm in its mouth, like digging its teeth in just to keep it in its mouth, and it crawls towards you. And it stops at you, Time, and pulls its hand out and raises it up to you, severing the veins that were trying to regenerate, and the hand opens to give you the note.
Oh, this is a weird turn of events. Boop.
So I'm being surrounded by zombies.
And then you notice that they all start crying in unison, all yelling out, "Flee, flee, flee, flee."
I read the note really quick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
How many of them are in 30 feet of me?
24.
I want to help with the pain, so I am going to be using Turn the Tide to sort of try to alleviate some of the pain, I guess.
Turn the tide. Okay.
That.
Ah.
I screwed up, didn't I? They're going to try to kill us.
As you do that, they seem to jump up. The ones who heal jump up, and they reach for the amulet, but the ones who are still on the ground pull them back down. Mine! Mine! It seems with renewed vigor, they strive for the amulet more, but the ones on the ground like, no! Let them flee! Flee! Please go! Flee!
We must move now. Finish
Time?
House.
You read the amulet as such. My dutiful subjects, what joys have we indulged? And it goes on to talk about how a new mixture has been concocted, and something's to be unveiled. The note seems old, and as it closes with, "Be anxious and excited, my subjects, for tomorrow we will gorge upon the fruits of my labor." It ends with, "Your lord, Deacon Blackward."
Deacon Blacklord.
Fenrir, as you hear this, you know this name immediately. It is your distant cousin, who you knew as very weak and cynical. But hearing it again, you find it strange that he's ascended to lordship. And in your mind, you know this means he's now king.
He's just like stands there, like thinking about like his cousin, king, the Weasley rat of all people to become king.
If you guys would like to read the full note, I will drop it in one shots.
Alright. Will you read it out in full, like in character?
Yes. Sure.
No. I mean like time, like in character.
Oh.
Oh,
They read it out.
you said where did you post it?
One minute. I will have it there. Uno momento. Nope, that's not the wrong one. A little sidetrack and paste. There we go.
Let's see.
Okay. The note reads. Oh god, this is a lot of text, you guys.
Want me to read it?
I'll try. My dutiful subjects, what joys have we indulged? I can't read today. Sorry. What joys have we indulged in as another evening comes to a close? I am overjoyed to be part of our congregation, though I am not deaf to your concerns. Most of you desire more, something above the commonplace spices, drink, and food, something more appealing to your now elevated sense of comfort and luxury. With this in mind, I have a solution. As you know, the garden has been closed for many years, and this is due to my experimentation. Through faith and science, I have concocted a new wine whose ingredients I will divulge at a later date. Tomorrow night will be the unveiling of this new mixture. I have already sampled it for safety, of course, and it is to die for.
Jesus Christ.
Be anxious and excited, my subjects, for tomorrow we will gorge upon the fruits of my labor. Sorry, that was not in voice because reading big text. Hard to focus. Oh, your Lord Deacon Blackboard.
My cousin, he did this. That substance, whatever you poured in my box, he made this. He fed it to his subjects.
Well, that box is probably doing worse for wear then.
Oh, what can you tell us about your cousin? This is something that you knew he does often, or?
I did not know him well. He was a distant cousin, but from what I knew, he was a weak man, unable to rule. He engorged himself in the luxury of our position. That's all he wanted. Luxury.
Luxury! And as you hear this, you notice on the stairs, this flamboyant man with a mask.
Sorry.
And Jasper, you realize it's midnight. Luxury, cousin. Oh, you give me too much credit.
God.
I couldn't even divulge half the things I needed without your gentle assistance. Everyone, Fenrir has returned. And as you all look up, you notice on every single railing is a person with a mask and very fine clothing. Some fanning themselves, others smoking and leaning over the railing. And they all let out a resounding chuckle that soon turns into full-blown laughter.
Fenrir.
As Deacon steps down the steps, arms open. Cousin, please. It's been too long.
Does anyone else want to do anything? I don't want to, like, is everyone else okay? Like, I just feel awkward. Sorry.
Are there any points of escape? Like, can I go ahead and start to, like, think of, like, an evacuation gun safety evacuation plan if I need to get out?
No, as you think this, of some means to escape, the bodies outside stand up and close the door behind you.
Oh dear. Okay.
And the bodies in the foyer all stand up and huddle in their respective corners, shivering, wailing, and groaning in dreadful anticipation of what comes next.
Well, this could go good or this could go bad. I'm going to see. what exactly happens today. And she like just pulls a card.
You've brought such
Well-
amazing friends. They
Oh.
look delicious.
You bastard. What did you do to the subjects? Who are these people? Why did you make hell on earth a reality?
Cousin, I did no such thing. Everyone did this of their own free.
You came and used your authority as king to make them drink your concoction, you juice.
Well, I wouldn't be a true king if I didn't exert a little power, now would I?
It isn't their free will if you use your authority to force them.
You've been gone too long. You truly have grown a disconnect from your people. It's sad, really.
You are weak.
And you are a fool.
It's actually a good card.
Oh, a fortune teller. And Deacon walks towards you and bows slightly. And you see his mask. And at the top, right where it stops at his forehead, marks, lacerations, and deep cuts. And his skin itself seems to have stuck to his skull. And as he comes up, he laughs again.
Just a quick thing. Can I use Divine Sense to see if they're undead of some kind? Or like...
You can. And you realize that every single thing within the bodies, they're fine. But everything within a 30-foot radius above you is very much undead. With Deacon being the exception of being both fiendish and undead.
Bastard! Did you make a deal with a devil? He's like can feel like a presence of like something.
Fafnir, the adults are talking. Now, dear, you're a fortune teller, are you?
Yes. Do you want me to tell your fortune?
I'd rather you tell the fortune of my subjects. They are dying to have their futures told. More luxury than they could ever fathom.
Well,
Oh,
we'll have
enjoy
to-
games.
We'll have to channel that energy. She like pulls out her deck, shuffles it, and she asks you to draw a card.
Pick a card, any card.
Like she asks you to draw like the top card specifically.
His hand raises, and as it does, you notice he has black fingernails like the bodies, and he plucks a card swiftly enough that you can't see it.
Is it? It's the lover's card. Actually, no. It's the sun card. What card do you have?
Yeah, why are you doing parlor tricks? He's a demon undead.
know,
He's
I
a
know,
demon
see.
boy. He's a devil, technically.
The sun? But it's so boring. I prefer the moon.
Interesting. The sun. Oh, I know what that means, and I touch it. And I release the magic from the ones I rolled earlier.
Show me what it is. What's the sun?
The sun is all allies within 30 feet gain 1d4 radiant damage, and you shed a bright light for 30 feet for 1 minute.
Now this is real paladin alley.
Ah. Ooh. Well, this could be interesting.
Like the Halo theme starts playing.
So,
Oh.
as he's holding it, and you touch it to activate its energy, you expect the light to go around you, but instead goes around Deacon,
Huh.
blinding all three of you as bright light blares in front of your eyes.
Oh no! I didn't think
And
that
as
far.
he looks around, his arms held out, flaunting his newfound celestial power, he looks at you.
This is marvelous. I've never felt so radiant.
Oh my god, he made a shitty pun.
He has
For
to die
this, I
now.
must have you for dinner.
Yeah,
Black
but
word.
go ahead.
Step away now.
Don't be so rude, Fenrir.
Oh.
It is not your place. Besides, you must join us. The festivities are about to begin. Everyone, let's eat. And as he says this, swarms of people run down the stairs in a frenzy. People are literally stomping over each other and clawing at each other, trying to pull them back so they can be the first ones. And as they flood out with Fenrir, you standing in utter horror at this revelation. Because these faces and body, you know these people from their body types. Some of these are your uncles and aunts. And as Deacon stands, parting the wave, they surge into two waves and go for the bodies in the corners.
Would
And you
Fenrir
see an atrocity. Horrible acts of violence against these people who are suffering for nothing. Limbs fly, blood tears, and literal pillars of crimson red spill onto the walls. And it's now that you realize the walls are pretty red, and for a good reason. Tear marks, slashes, gouts of blood even get on all three of you, even though you're a considerable distance away, and body parts start flying all over the room. And Deacon just looks at all of you.
Welcome to the party.
And he claps. And both doors open as people walk in holding what can be assumed as bone plates that hold cups and goblets of the same liquid that you saw, Jasper. And as they walk in, people, after being done gorging themselves, as they have gorged themselves, blood just trickling down them, and they pull down their masks. I would like everyone to make a perception check.
can I use investigation? Jeez.
No, perception.
I should've
Oh man,
did.
Alex, keep dropping out, man. Crud.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Not that bad.
from Time and Fenrir, you both can see that these guys are not human.
You cut out too.
Someone else is talking to me.
Yeah.
You see they're not human. Time, from what you saw, their skin is still stuck to their bones and such. And strangely enough, they have fangs. Not just regular fangs, but just normal.
It's honestly sounding like vampire thralls now.
And not just regular fangs. Fenrir, you've seen vampires before. These are not vampires. Instead of having two very sharp fangs, they're both of their canines are sharp and ready to bite anything. They're more animals than men if they bare their teeth. All of them being razor sharp to tear into flesh.
Cousin.
And as they pull their masks down, they nonchalantly grab a goblet and start to drink.
Cousin, why would you do this?
I didn't do anything they didn't want to.
I simply satisfied my people.
Unlike you, cousin. You
Human.
fled. You ran from our gifts. And so you were not here to indulge in them. I apologize for the inconvenience.
You are not of my family blood. You've spoiled the name of House Erebus.
Oh,
Look what you've done to its people.
We are not blood. And he raises his hand. We are not family. And he digs his nails into his veins and tears out a portion of his skin, watching his blood, black, surprisingly very dark, as if nebulous as it spills down his arm. We both have a need for ambition. I was just more prepared than you. And as he says this, the wound closes. We are blood, cousin. Yours is just as black as mine. You cover yourself in this armor of holiness, but only to reveal that you are as sinful as the rest. Tell me, how many people have died under your boot in the name of your, oh, so holy ambitions?
Fenrir stays quiet as he makes a statement, slowly moving towards his warhammer, like on his, side, reaching towards it.
Time, how do you react?
So they're not like attacking. They're just chomping around on dead bodies.
Yeah, they're
like,
gorging
just
on bodies.
in this background, essentially.
They're
Yeah.
hungry.
Well, I'm a little concerned. She, yeah, like I guess she feels like she's ready to like fight this guy, but at the same time, it's like this family thing. I don't know what's going on, and letting them figure it out. I'm like, do I? Do I not? Do I?
Should be noted that the bodies are screaming. Oh, obviously, they're screaming. They're screaming out their lungs out, which subsequently get torn out of their bodies.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna let that happen, or we gonna?
It's happening in every corner of the room.
There's there's no way to stop it.
There's always a path to take. There's always a way. There's always something. She's like frantically looking around or something.
Perhaps there's a way, and I know what the way is, and he points towards his cousin. He is the reason for this. He is the reason why these people suffer in torment. He is the source of all this misery, all this pain, and he must be sanctified.
You should know better than that, brother.
Why do you have a country accent now?
And as you notice, you see someone walk down the steps. A different person with a different mask. And she walks besides your cousin. Fenrir, you know this to be your sister. Malin. Claudius.
Oh,
I didn't expect you to be back so soon. I thought you'd be gone another 10 years or so.
who is that?
That sister. Why? Why would you side with him?
That was too much fun to give up. Besides, I've been having the time of my life.
Out of all people, you would be the last I would think to fall to his ways.
Well, you can't really blame me, cousin. I'm the devil himself.
You.
But I jest. You must stay. Enjoy yourselves. And as he says this, he snaps his fingers, and two of the bodies who are carrying the bone plates come towards him and hold it out. There are four. He takes one, hands it to Malin. He takes another, and the body opens it up to you, leaving two glasses for the two of you. Jasper is losing his crap right about now. He's not having any of this. He's freaking out.
Is he gonna be able to play with us still, or did he
Yeah.
have to go?
No, I'm not sure. He's trying to reconnect. His laptop is being stupid.
Oh. I think this is too big of a decision. I think to make without him, sort of
Do you want to take like a break?
I think that would probably be the best choice
Right.
until
We can take a break. We can take a break.
because this is like it'd be sort of rude to do something like this without him. Like if something big does happen, because this is about to hit the climax. I feel.
Oh, you haven't even scratched it, buddy.
Uh-oh.
This is promising.
But yes, well, let's take a break. At least, about 7 minutes is good. 7 minutes.
Mhm.
Okay. Gonna take a 7-minute break. We're gonna come back. Hopefully, Phalor will be back. And if not, I'll be talking to him. So we'll try our best. We're gonna
He'll
try.
have,
Yeah.
he'll have to message you on Discord with every action he wants to do.
Oh God. I mean, worst case scenario, if we can connect with just by voice,
Yeah.
then
Mm.
Even
that's
Discord would be fine, honestly.
Ooh, I might mess up the stream.
So either the cousin is actually the devil, or he made a pact of some sort with a fiend to discover, I assume, knowledge of this drink, something of that nature. Because this is bad.
So how do you guys feel?
I feel mad that got casted on him and not me, but that would have been such a badass scene. I'm so mad at you, internally screaming.
I'm sorry. It's based on
That's-
whoever's holding the card. When it activates.
I should have, as always, paid more attention.
Jesus. I just feel awkward because it feels like all the attention's like on me, and
Oh, you're fine.
so I want to make sure other people are having fun with the game too. So
Oh, I'm enjoying. Don't worry, dude.
I just wanted to make sure.
How dare you?
Am I doing good, guys? Am I doing the thing?
Oh, you're
Am I
doing
doing the dance?
fantastic.
Fantastic. This is a very nice game of D&D.
I'm in love with that voice for what's the name? The
Blackword.
Yes.
I'm just thinking of Squidward, Squilliam, and Squidward. Oh,
It's like my favorite voice. That's like fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
all the voices have been really good,
They are
except
really
for that
good.
halfling at the beginning. One of them city halflings.
I mean, he is.
Yeah.
Phalor does his audio, laptop audio. Very weird for Phalor. It's very weird.
Oh.
So, how'd you guys feel about meeting the creature in the cellar?
It feels like it felt like a slasher movie for a little bit.
It really did. I was like, it reminded me of, like, I'm getting like a whole lot of Outlast, the game Outlast vibes, and like Evil Within vibes. Oh, you guys probably never played those games, but
I have played those games. I'm
I've-
offended.
I played Dead by Daylight. That's like I don't play horror games that often. I love like the story of horror stuff, but I'm really bad with like handling like horror with like jump scares and stuff like that. I'm just
yeah, the only way I got through Outlast, the first Outlast, was just being heavily intoxicated every time I played it. Because I was just like so intoxicated, I'd be like, Leroy Jenkins, and just go running through.
oh my God.
It was fantastic. Hey, and I completed it, and I'm pretty proud of it.
Well, Pooh's ready to suck that drink and become one of the oligarch. So, just a question: are all of them like connected to the royal family in some way? Or are they just like high level like royals and like / nobles, aristocrats?
It would seem it would be a mix of both.
So it's obviously the rich are eating the poor now. It should be the poor eating the rich, not the rich eating the poor.
You don't know if they're poor.
Well,
They could be adventurers. They could be servants. They could be people unlucky enough to be on the island. They could not even be human.
Well, from like my perspective as like a character, I would think that my cousin would take the higher class and like the royalty aristocracy, and would literally turn his subjects into like play and like just pretty much ways to indulge himself, essentially, from my perspective. So they could be adventures and stuff, but from my perspective, it's just like representative of like the lower classes.
So
So
I liked his
time.
reaction to time for some reason.
Deacon?
Yeah, like he seemed like, you know, it's like to time, it's like, oh yeah, just another customer, really. Just people like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, give it into your whatever fortune, whatever.
Well, he's
But he was
obviously
probably being.
just he's
Go
probably
ahead.
he's just having fun with us. That's his entire character of like the House of Erebus. The royalty
Oh,
just indulges themselves in whatever they want, pretty much. It's not about ruling and making, like a good society. It's just using the society under them to advance themselves, and that's very obvious here.
Also, incest. That's a thing.
Yep.
I didn't want to tell you because then we missed the reaction. Your sister's dating your cousin, dude.
I know. And
Well, not dating.
just the the state of Alabama anthem starts
Oh,
playing.
God.
Like a banjo. So
Oh,
this is
goodness.
essentially like the hillbilly family that one person went away from, and they're coming back, and they're like, "Oh gee, oh no."
Yeah.
The rich plantation owners.
Well,
one time
ahead.
that time is kind of glad to be an orphan because she doesn't have to deal with this weird family shit.
okay. I'm thinking when we get back, we will. Well, I'll have Jasper. We cart off to a room somewhere. Is that fine with you guys?
Yeah. Is he talking to you? Like,
I mean, no. He's online now. You good, man?
let me just run to the restroom though. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Okay.
Maybe he forgot to charge his laptop.
Nah. Alex, his laptop does not plug in like that.
Oh.
Whew. How you feel, man?
I'm feeling pretty good.
You spooked? You spooked yet?
Spook straight. See, on one hand, I really want to hit him with a hammer. At the same time, I know I'm probably going to get my blood sucked out as soon as I do that by everything in the room.
I mean, you could.
See, whenever a DM says you could, you're not supposed to do it.
Mm-mm. You definitely could. There is a good chance you guys could flee.
Flee. Of course.
There's actually a very strong chance you guys could flee. But you'd have to outrun them.
Yeah, that's not working with my dexterity -1 paladin and heavy armor. He's like it's like a waddling, like.
Wop, wop.
Jesus.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Did not get a response from Phalor yet. Kind of concerned, no. I'm surprised you guys are like so good at this. Like, I did not expect you to go to the cellar.
Honestly, when I saw the cellar, I was like, oh no. Whenever there's a cellar in a spooky manner, you always find the worst stuff in there.
Well, Alex, you good, man? Oh, I don't think you can hear me. Alex? Alex?
Hello?
Shaking his head. Guessing that's a no. Okay. Give it a second.
I'm pointing to my headphones and he's shaking his head so he can't hear.
I think he's squinting down.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. You might be typing something.
Hi.
Nope.
Welcome
man.
back.
I am so fucking sorry. So, Zoom crashed, and then, yeah, so my headphones decided that they didn't know what audio was. Then Zoom crashed. Then Discord crashed. Then everything fucking crashed. And then, it was just like, nope, I don't. And then I got this little thing is like, audio service is unavailable on your laptop. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Epic.
That's fine.
That's baloney, man.
So essentially, while you were gone, I guess, sort of, we found out that my cousin is married or dating my sister. So
Fantastic.
and they're trying to get us to drink the fruit punch, the bullet.
With that in mind, let's pick up where we left off. With the three of you being offered a red goblet of the same liquid that Jasper examined earlier, with Malin and Deacon standing in front of you, with one of the bodies, the ones you saw earlier, kneeling and holding up the plate, while there's still a cacophony of screaming, ripping, laughing, tearing, right behind you in every single corner of the room.
Jasper will go, oh, well, I'm sorry. I zoned it out there for a minute.
Yeah, Jasper, you were losing your stuff because of all the screaming. You were just thinking, oh, there's no way out. There's no way out. There's no way out.
He doesn't like that. He doesn't like being trapped in like an animal. It makes him feel weird. All right. You guys go ahead.
Well, drink.
You
Yeah,
dare
do
think,
drink. It's actually pretty good.
cousin, you dare think I would ever indulge with you in this after my years away from this horrid land?
I
Just
dare
looks
think that you would indulge quite well. And if not, you can always become the main course.
That's even creepier when he has a robot voice.
just like out of character here, like sort of. I think he has multiple personalities because if I remember, my divine sense said he had a bit of demon, devil, and a bit of undead. So maybe, and his voice is switching, it appears. So, I just theory. I just like look at him. I would rather suffer 1,000 years than be one of you for a second.
Well, that really hurts. And your friends, do they not wish to drink as well?
I mean, I'm not very thirsty. Thank you, though.
And you, furry man, do you not wish to drink?
How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this?
Jasper is seriously thinking about it. He's like,
Do.
Okay. So, you know the magic trick where it looks like the guy drinks a whole gallon of milk, and it looks like he's drinking it?
please don't.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm drinking it. I would like to sleight of
Roll
hand.
me a deception check.
Deception. Cool. I can do that.
At disadvantage, because you're literally doing it right in front of them.
Fair enough.
Sleight of hand.
I believe.
Because he's like trying to like make it look like he's drinking it, so it'd be like, go, like.
Guys, just believe. You just gotta
I
believe.
believe.
You believe? I believe in the you that believes in me.
Wait. Before you. Oh wait, I don't have guidance. Haha. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to pull up Roll20 again. I didn't realize I have to roll.
Okay. First, roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Then roll
cool.
deception to see how convincing you are.
Cool. Ah! All right. Almost there.
You can do this, Jasper. I believe in you, even though I'm not supposed to. Because I'm the DM, and I'm fair.
You're allowed to believe in me.
I'm the DM, and you have to die.
That's fine.
I'm getting ready for the celebratory dance of death that's about to happen.
I'm ready for the nat one on the sleight of hand and I actually drink it.
You put it in your mouth, slurp.
Oh,
Come on, Roll20.
That's horrible. Roll 20.
All right.
Well, as this is going
I know you're
on,
having a hard time. Yeah,
time.
go ahead.
I'm
I'm
from the
prepping.
energies you felt before,
Mhm.
this is like a bombardment to your senses. Every single one of these creatures carries a very malignant energy that invades the very sanctity of your power. They seem to nip and bite, sting, crunch, and try to pull at your energy, drawing you in to join them.
Oh. You can see she's like kind of like off to the side, like like when you sing at a table and like people are chewing really loud and then that build up just please stop, kind of thing. I feel like that's what she's feeling. So she's kind of
Where are
like,
you leaning?
where am I leaning?
Yes, that you're leaning somewhere. Where?
Like, I mean, we're at the door, right?
You're still right in front of the door.
Okay, yeah, I guess like just kind of holding onto a pillar and just like, you know.
Okay. As you're leaning on the pillar,
Oh shit.
you get hit with blood and you get glimpses of it. The horror that's going on in the corners. Splashes of crimson get on your face, run down, and it's fairly thick as it drips down your chin. And you just see, in the madness and frenzy of these people, these creatures gnawing and tearing in these people, gnawing and just chewing them to shreds. And as they regenerate, just doing it again. An endless supply of ecstasy for those creatures. But for the bodies, they couldn't be any worse.
So she's like holding her head, like leaning him against the wall, and then just like turns to you guys.
Uh-oh.
So expertly, you pick up the
Nice.
goblet, do a little twist with it, have it balance on one of your fingers, and then as you lean back, it goes right over your head.
He was too good. He was
That
too
was
good.
too good.
And Deacon looks at you. My friend, that was spectacular little trick, but you must drink. Granted, I have these in gallons, but I'd rather not have a single goblet wasted upon this
Well,
and serene floor.
Well, that was a slip of my hand.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You see his his nails dig into his arm, casually just having his blood spilt. It's fine. But, cousin, you've been gone so long, and I'm sure your friends would love to see the rest of the house. Frederick. Constantine. Please, show our guests around. Do not be thrifty in your pleasures. Everything is at your disposal. For now, you are my guest. Do not overstay your welcome. And as he says this, he turns and goes to the right room, where they are pulling out the drinks.
Jasper's gonna growl a little bit.
Malin, who's still standing there, boops your nose, Jasper.
I'm
Keep
gonna
that
bite
growl
at it.
to a minimum.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite at it. I don't
AC
fuck
roll.
with that shit.
Give me
You're
a tackle.
biting my sister. It's not even my sister-in-law. It's my sister. Oh, gee.
Oh, yeah. So you bite her. And as you do, roll me a con save. As you feel her blood dripping into your mouth.
And goodbye. Bum, ba, ba, da, ba, ba, click, click.
Nat 20.
And you taste it. It's not the worst thing you've ever tasted. But then she pulls back. She doesn't seem hurt. She's slightly annoyed as the finger grows back.
So I have a finger in my mouth. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Cool. I spit it into my hand, and I wrap it around one of my necklaces and hang it around my neck.
Jesus Christ, this is not the time for this.
You
And I
are
growl even
lucky
louder.
that you're guess. Because if you weren't, and she takes up her hood, I would eat your hearts out. And she puts her mask back down, and you see that her eyes blood red, but the veins are black, pulsing with some ungodly mixture, not even remotely similar to blood. Her irises are yellow, but the whites have strained and look as if they're about to pop out of her skull. And as she takes the mask back down, she walks into the room with Deacon.
You need to get your family under control. Like, right now.
Behind you are two people that still have their mask on, and they say,
We'll be accompanying you.
for the remainder of the evening.
Fenrir, he's just sort of in shock at this point. You know, he's just sort of standing there, like staring off in the distance, surrounded by all this, with his cousin and his sister just walking into a room, getting people to try to drink their blood. So, it's been a hard day. Very hard day.
I mean, like, is like the carnage still happening?
Oh yeah, still in
geez.
full swing.
This is
But some of
horrible.
the people are like breaking away and taking sips and lying on the ground. And others are just on benches, having casual conversations, smoking, fanning themselves, as if they didn't just butcher about 20 people in the span of a minute.
She has like blood all over her too. This is like
Yeah, you're basically all covered. That was going everywhere.
she
Jasper's
feels-
definitely covered in blood.
Yeah. You are aware that we'll probably have to kill them, right? Surely this I don't.
They're not my family anymore. They have corrupted the legacy.
That is a good
of the House of
attitude to
Dragon.
have.
That is a very good attitude to have.
Time. As you're covered in this blood, you start to feel pulled in 4 different directions. 2 of the directions go up the stairs, and the 2 others divulge into 2 other paths. Fenrir, you get something similar, but yours leads to the left, and yours just leads to the left. Jasper, your keen senses are a little bit disoriented because you're covered in blood and there's a lot of smells in that blood. It don't smell right. Doesn't smell human. Doesn't smell like anything you've ever smelled before. It smells like someone put rotten toothpaste up your nose with bits of eggshells.
Okay, I have no smells. Got it. I got all of the smells. All smells. Got it.
Something. I feel like I want to go upstairs for some reason.
Left is where we must go. And he just starts walking by himself, being just pulled towards it.
Well, I guess this is decided for us then.
Do you all go upstairs?
I was planning to go to the left. Like,
Oh.
that's where
What did you say? You said 2 upstairs and then 2 downstairs for me?
Yes. 2 going upstairs, 2 downstairs.
Jasper has
I'm
no
going
clue.
going to left as well.
Do you want to follow Fenrir going to the left?
Yeah, I never split the party.
All right. Jasper, do you follow?
Yeah, of course.
All right, then. As you all make your way into the left room, you have entered the kitchen, where bodies are just like the ones you saw being torn apart, are literally cutting up pieces of potentially their friends, family, and anyone else who was down outside or in here, or time as you saw in the basement. And you just see in the corner this heaping mountain of flesh and dismembered bodies that seem to be trying to heal, their veins trying together, but slight movements keep them from fully forming, some breaking and spilling over as the floor is literally covered in blood. And then some of the bodies are just still chopping away, hopeless and broken. And soon they cut it up into finely pieces, and they serve them on plates, and they cover them. It looks quite delicious, if it had not been the fact that it was human.
I can't smell anything, right? Other than rotten things.
Yeah. You can try with your nose, but it's still pretty bad. Time, the pull you felt that was going into this room kind of splinters. One side leads you to what points towards a table with crumbled pieces of paper. One of those pieces of paper radiate this blood. The other one points to the little trap door to the right, in the right corner of the room.
That's
Fenrir, yours points the same direction as the trap door in the right of the room.
I go towards the trap door. I'm dead.
As you go towards the trap door, what do?
I just sort of stare at it. I want to see how the trapdoor looks. What's
You
interesting.
can smell the same smell you smelt at the cellar. Give me a con save.
Good thing I have a lot in con. Don't fail me now. Oh, come on.
You succeed.
Oh, sorry.
It's a little hard, but you managed to keep your stomach. Now, as flashes of the cellar flash through your mind, give me a wisdom save.
This is the part where I go like a dog. Yep.
It just images of the hooks, the jingling, the wailing, the moaning, the buzzing of the flies. It's all too much, and you can't bring yourself to get closer to the trapdoor.
I just sort of like stand looking at it from like 5 feet away, I guess. Just sort of staring, just thinking about what could be down there and what's drawing me towards it.
Yes.
I just can't get any closer. I'm in a trance.
I'm gonna go to the table with the paper.
And do you pick up the paper? What do you do?
I mean, yeah, just to see what's on it.
All right, then. You uncrumble the paper, and you get another slip of paper. It reads as such. If you'd like to read it, it is in one-shots.
For the kitchen staff. It has come to my attention that the chef has fallen gravely ill and has fallen into the care of Professor Malin. Rest assured that you will be seeing him again within the next month. Continue your duties as per the norm and request that the masons begin construction on a cellar of sorts. The new ingredients of my Prospero is coming in today, and we will surely need more space to accommodate the quantity. Your Lord Deacon Blackwood.
My Prospero. I can only think of that as the Warhammer 40k Thousand Suns homeworld. That's all I can think of. With that.
Time, did you say this out loud?
Yes.
So, everyone give me an intelligence to piece together, what is this Prospero?
Cool.
I keep getting just the most mediocre rolls.
Okay.
Third match
Jasper,
win of the night.
Jasper and
Damn,
Fenrir.
dude.
Immediately clicks in your head that the ingredients for this Prospero match the ingredients stated in the first letter that Time read. This liquid that people are drinking, is called Prospero. And it was made by
Our
Deacon.
Lord, Deacon Blackwood.
But, Time, you don't get anything. Seems kind of weird. But eventually it does come to you that, these are the same ingredients as in the first note. Prospero's the name of the drink. Oh.
Okay. Is this the chef? Oh dear. Is the thing down below that we ran into the first time the chef? I'm thinking out loud.
Chef.
I don't know. Did he have a spatula of some sort?
He had a spoon. Didn't you say he had a wooden spoon hanging off of his belt?
He had several things hanging off his belt, but the most noble thing to you was the giant 8-foot cleaver he held in one hand as effortlessly as someone would hold a dagger.
Yep.
Okay.
That sounds pretty bad.
Yes, but he didn't attack us, right?
As you're talking, the trapdoor flings open, and a huge glob of assorted flesh and meats and heads fly out and land right next to it before a hook comes up and slams it back. And the servants start pushing it towards the mountain of flesh.
That's the thing I was talking about.
Yeah.
Case you-
Wouldn't I be in front of the trapdoor?
Oh yeah, you would. You would see the chef with his black eyes and bloody snouts that drips bloody mucus, and his gums that literally pierce and tear and bleed as his very yellow and rotten teeth just go through. And he closes the hatch. You're already terrified, but now you're even more terrified.
I just look at it nearly trembling at this point, even though I'm supposed to be a brave warrior. I just look at it. You are my responsibility. This is my family's. This is a consequence of my family's actions. As he gets ready, just looking at this massive boy walking through the kitchen with a cleaver. Absolute unit.
He's gone. He's back.
Welcome back.
He's running.
He ran.
He's feared. He's in sheer panic.
He's running away. We're in the garage.
I'm confused where he is. I'm really confused right now, actually.
We're outside.
This is a vision. But what does it mean?
What does it mean?
This is what divination wizards see when they try to predict the future.
You just see Nas just running through hallways. It's just like this is the only way you get to interpret the future.
Why is he running through the halls? I don't get it.
You didn't see nothing.
You saw your entire house. It was
What a
nice.
journey.
Why'd you sprint through the halls?
Why did you take your webcam with
I
you?
don't know.
Guys, oh my god. Okay, sorry. My house is flooding. Never mind. Keep going. I'm good.
So what I miss?
Nothing. We just made fun of you.
Okay.
I essentially, even though I'm Fred, I'm trying to take up some position and say, I'm essentially saying to the monster, you this is my responsibility. You are a consequence of what my family has done. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Note that the hatch is closed when you say this, and you're pretty sure the monster can hear you, but you're not really sure if it heard you.
Can I try to message it? I don't know.
I'm just waiting for the point where you get psychic damage because you just try to read the mind of
A demon.
Everything.
You would need to look at it.
Okay.
and you don't want to do that.
No. All right.
Is there any other food other than just human
No.
meat?
No.
So no artichokes or anything? Nothing?
No.
All right.
And as
That's
the
what's kind of hungry.
are working, one of them gets towards you and immediately drops the plate and goes for your necklaces.
Who? Like, who's getting chomped?
Actually, since there are multiple, all of you get. They all want the necklaces.
Cool. What do you need? What kind of rolls do you need?
Please use.
Actually, I need to know your ACs.
Yes! Finally! Finally!
13.
So the
Hello,
17,
darkness, my old friend.
first one to get pounced on would be, well, in order. What order are you guys lining up near the trapdoor?
I'm at the paper.
Okay, near the paper.
I'm
in
like
between
right
the
in front
two.
of the trapdoor.
What'd you say, Jasper?
I'm in between the two.
Okay, so it would be, well, Jasper, and then it would be Fenrir, and then it would be Time. Alrighty.
Try to get past my AC. Stinky's on. They got past my AC.
They did. Yeah.
Oh, come on!
And as they all go past you, they lurch and tear your amulets right off you, and they start booking it towards the door.
Can I, like, as a reaction, like, grab an arm of the one that's attacking me and try to, like,
Yeah, you can try to grab it. Give me.
no, like, oh, yeah. No. Like, can I fight it to, I don't know.
I mean, because it was sudden, you can try and grab it.
Okay.
What's their movement speed?
30.
Okay, so I'd like to run after it with my
All right.
40 movement speed.
You catch up to it, no problem.
I'd like to assault it.
How?
I'm jumping on that motherfucker.
During this time,
Okay, you.
He is being assaulted.
Okay, Fenrir.
During this time, can I use an action like a spell? Would that be fine?
What spell are you trying to do? Because this was like a surprise round.
I would like to use a second level command spell to get them to stop. A group.
They're already near the door when you command. They would have been near the door, like 10 feet away from the door,
Right.
because they were sprinting and dashing.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Time. Give me an athletics.
Oof. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh jeez. I'm just
Jeez.
gonna roll a 1d20. That'll do. You try and you do grab onto it, but as it pulls away, you're stuck there holding its arm.
Could I try and like follow up on it? Like since like she held it in place for like at least a little bit, because you know I'm slow. I'm a big boy.
Yeah, I would say if you